Facebook? Facebook? Where's South Korea, man? You're kind of disappointing me here. Hi, this is Matt, and I would like to introduce you to President Moon Jae-in, the South Korean president, who came forward and stated, President Donald Trump, yes, the United States president, this guy right here, was a big help. So, alright, here we go. This is a mad idea for you. I am actually responding to this post before there's actually responses out. My post was, South Korea, where are you? Okay, technically right there on the map. I can find you, South Korea, and it's not on that, it's over here. But South Korea is not part of a debate yet. It's an open topic. It's a topic where things are going right. Now, I think it does need to be discussed. I think this is a point where it's, hey, what actually worked? You know, things maybe we can use for other situations such as this. But in this particular case, what I'd like to see is some decency and humanity. Okay, I'd also like to gloat because there's this point where I said, hey, in cases like this, he's like Nixon to China, man. I mean, yeah, he's kind of awkward and weird and makes all kind of weird frunched up little faces and stuff. But dang, the dude could pay off for us. You know, let's not be so dang negative about it. You know, I didn't vote for either of these candidates. I've got my own specific reasons. Watch more Mad Ideas. Look at Right and We the People on Facebook. And you'll get a very good clue as to why I believe these things. However, I've been trying to ask for people to be decent to each other, and nobody's freaking doing it. But this is your chance. There isn't, you know, I'm already betting that there are people going, President Moon, that's the South Korean guy, for those of you who forgot already, he's a puppet of Trump's. Trump used his money to buy him off, or whatever such freaking nonsense that you're gonna say. Or it's going to be more of the same, you know, rigmarole of, but I bet when he was there, he tried to tell President Moon that he was going to grab his wife's, woohoo, you know, whatever nonsense. And on the Republican side, this is your chance to try and keep it civil. I don't want to hear phrases like libtard, bleeding heart Nancy boy, cuck, you know, whatever kind of thing you're doing. I want it to be real, man. Just like, yeah, you did a good job. There. He's doing something for the nation. Yeah, I know it seemed kind of awkward and strange, and the threat of thermonuclear war seemed to be hinging in the balance. But maybe the guy actually got one right. And actually, there were probably a couple he got right, a couple he got wrong. I don't think, like I have said to my friends who voted Obama before, I don't think he's as bad as you think. I just don't think it's working the way it should work. Now let that sink in a little bit. I'm asking you to be decent and have intelligent argument with each other. And one of the big reasons is because everything is turning into a damn disaster situation when people are trying to communicate on the web. Here's my little web story. Not Webster, not Little Webster. I'm not making fun of Emmanuel Lewis. Okay, I guess I am now. But let's just take this right here. Little story, and it's going to have all the grit and horror of real life. Is it about sexual abuse? No. Is it about workplace intimidation? No. Is it any plethora of things involving child molesters, family murders, or whatever kind of nonsense that is political? Kind of. I mean, there is kind of law involved in this situation. The situation actually was service animals. I can't even believe it. The woman comes on. She has her little Facebook post. I cannot show it to you because I blocked her. I know I probably should have took some pictures first because this one was a brilliant example of this, and I didn't think I'd need it. But it's about a little boy, and he's got his service dog. And he can't take his service dog into the restaurant because the mean management was trying to protect the waiters because emotional service animals had bitten them. Okay. I operated under the wrong assumption. So first thing is, I thought a person who's comment to this little story, which is very generated news, by the way, because let's face it, if you saw this, if you were the one talking to the waiter, there were probably 3 people in the restaurant with the phone on your damn ass. But we'll go past that. What should have clued me in that this was an insane person is the fact that there is in all capitals, if you don't believe what I'm telling you, you're wrong kind of mentality at the bottom. Believe me, I think this is my second video with one of these, by the way, where someone basically throws down the gauntlet. And in truth, I was thinking about, there's a lot of disabled people who have these emotional service animals. There are vets who served our country. There are wives who had to leave, abusive husbands, probably abusive husbands who had to leave, husbands who had to leave abusive wives. Kids who survived tornadoes or whatever, And I know some of them have been out in public, and I have been told most of them had to get training, and it may be on a state-to-state level, but in essence, the designation comes up from the Housing and Urban Development. The woman corrected me on this. I accepted the correction. And then I said something along the lines of, on that part you're right. However, they're not technically a pet either, as you've described, because the Housing and Urban Development people who made such a designation, they're not pets under the law. They are a animal providing a service. And in reality, even if you have your damn pets out in public, could you just train them? Make sure they're not biting people for your pet's protection, because in some states, I know, one bite and they can be put down. Come on. It's sad to me that these pets have had to die or get punished or whatever because their owners are dumb. But, let's go to this, though. I type in something along the lines of, these people need these animals, they should be trained, they should be in public. And, I put in a further statement of, no animal really should be out without training. And then she put in, oh, no, you fucking didn't. And I'm like, okay. Any statement you have to make with a neck roll, kind of whatever, is either, it's just going to be a trash statement. It's just not going to be good. You have lost the argument process and have gone off into Jerry Springer land. Don't go there. And please, especially over this issue, but that's where we're at today. People are doing it over this kind of issue, where we're talking about both people are on the rights of the handicapped person. We want lives better for handicapped people. I put the reply in though. I go further with this. I don't know why. Something in my mind told me she'd have to know about emotional service animals being only for a housing designation, that she'd know it because she had one. But I knew this, and I proceeded anyway to tell her that, I know guide dogs, and guide dogs sometimes slip up too. The training on these animals is, even when done perfectly, they're still just that. And she starts going on, I mentioned 2 particular guide dogs I knew that had some training issues from time to time, not severe ones. She goes on, these dogs should have been thrown out, they were no good for being guide dogs, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, okay, I knew one of the 2 dogs very well. I knew the owner was training the dog perfectly. I can tell you right now, the owner having a doctorate in languages and, way smarter than her, certainly did not have anywhere near the same spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes, punctuation mistakes as this woman did. Obviously was more mentally stable, because in reality I've seen this person's posts when she wasn't being mentally unstable and her, grammar and everything went better. But in large part, I'd have to say she was in no fit shape to criticize this other woman. She's like, I'm not taking anyone's BS this year. And I'm like, oh crap, I know this is going to be another stupid answer. Why did I go further with this? So she took the story of the one girl's guide dog and the other guy's guide dog on campus, combined them into one story that was erroneous, and then went further into insulting me. And I thought, you know what? I conceded the argument. I was polite. I tried to do things as nicely as I could. And if you have gone that far and you are talking about whatever topic, then you know what? Fine, cut into them. No, don't just start on the beginning. So leave out the curse words, talk nice, don't be childish and immature, and then if they're going to be that stupid about it, cut them out at the knees. Which in her case I did. Okay, I'll even tell you about it. So I corrected her, like, okay, that was two different stories. This is the situation. This is why I thought this. And in all honesty, none of these are that big of an issue because you were completely obnoxious. And I'll tell you what, I want you to think about something. You said these dogs have to be bomb-proof. I want you to think really hard on it. Nothing is bomb-proof. Now take that and cry your little tears into your emotional service animal. So yeah, that's how I roll. But I'm sorry, man. You know what? There are a lot of people with disabilities, and if you do not handle yourself in public and you're an adult and you have a business or you have a job and you're trying to go along as a normal person, you had better expect to be within normal people protocols. They expected it of me. They're going to expect it out of my sons. They expected it out of that guy who recently got fired from Google. And they certainly will expect it from an independent businesswoman who, does her thing in a different town. But the mad idea, treat people decently. There you go. Especially, we'll start out with South Korea because so far we're at a neutral topic. Please like, subscribe, and share. You can find me again, of course, on my channel, Mad Ideas, as well as on the internet, Facebook, Mad Ideas, as well as write in. All right.